Hello students, welcome in today's session. Today we are going to learn the search of genetic material. Before seeing this video, my earlier two videos you just go through it, which is about the structure of the DNA and the packing of DNA helix. In today's topic, in search of genetic material, if we will see the Mendel, the Morgan, Thomas Hunt, they have given their same of the discoveries that the in the nucleus genetic material is there, but what is actually its molecular structure, this has taken a long time to discover. So today we will see here what is actually the genetic material transforming principle. For this, you know that scientist Griffith, Frederick Griffith, has conducted an experiment on a bacteria called as Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria. Actually, these bacteria are causing pneumonia. In this experiment, he found that there is a transforming material which can go from one cell to the next cell. For his experiment, he has selected the two strains of the bacteria. One is the virulent strain, or it is a S strain, or it is also called as a smooth strain, because in the smooth strain, these Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria have a capsule around them, and this capsule is made up of a polysaccharide coat. Then non-virulent strain is there. This is also called as a rough strain or a R strain, which lack of this coat, means they don't have this coat. So this virulent strain is there or smooth strain is there. They having a coat or mucus coat around them, so their outer surface is smooth. So this is the S strain of the bacteria, and they lack of this outer smooth coat, and that's why their outer surface is rough. So you can say it is as a R strain of the bacteria. S strain of the bacteria is responsible for causing a disease pneumonia. That's why it is called as a virulent. While R strain bacteria are there, they are not causing the disease. That's why they are called as a non-virulent strain of Streptococcus pneumonia bacteria. Now, if we will see his experiment, then in his experiment, he has taken a living yeast strain, that is virulent bacteria medium, and he has injected that strain to the mice. This is the first step of his experiment, and he found that as it is a virulent strain of the bacteria, this virus causes pneumonia to the mouse, and mouse found dead. This is the first step. Then the second step is that he has selected the living R strain, which is actually a non-virulent, which does not cause pneumonia. He injected it to the mice, and mice, as it is a non-virulent strain, it will not suffer from the pneumonia, and the mice survive. Next, he has done one experiment. In that, he has taken a S strain, which is a virulent one, causes pneumonia, and mice dies. He take that S strain, which is heat killed. Heat killed means this S strain will be dead. Now it will lost his capacity due to heating. So it may not cause the disease to the mice. So he injected the S strain, heat killed the S strain bacteria to the mice, and he found the result that the mice is alive. Now the next step of his experiment, that he has mixed the living R strain and heat killed S strain. Now you know that living R strain is there, non-virulent, mice will survive. Heat killed S strain is there, which is a dead one, for that also mice survive. Means in both these cases, mice is alive. So if we are taking the mixture of these two, result should be the mice alive. But he gets surprised while seeing the result that when he gives this mixture of these two strains, he found that mouse dead due to pneumonia. Now how this happened? Actually, this living R strain does not cause pneumonia, and the bacteria which cause pneumonia is actually dead. Then how these mice suffer from the pneumonia and get dead? So for that he concluded that there is some molecules, some material is there which transformed from S strain, which is actually a dead and which does not affected because of heat killing, entered into the R strain, and this R strain converts into the S strain, and this S strain then causes pneumonia to the mice. And in this way the material which is entered from S strain to R strain, he don't know what is that material. He was unaware of that. The molecular structure of that was not knowing, right? But he know that something is there which is converting this R strain into a S strain, because when he examined his blood, then in his blood he found not the living R strain but the living S strain. If he injected dead S strain in the mouse, from where that living S strain has come in its body? So this means that the living R strain is converted in S strain, and the material which is responsible for converting this R strain, rough strain, which lack of a capsule, is able to produce capsule around it and convert into a S strain, that is virulent strain, and the reason behind this he was not knowing. After this, after his experiment, three scientists, Oswald Avery, Cohen MacLeod and Maclean McCarthy, in 1933-44 worked to determine the biochemical nature of the transforming principle of Griff's experiment. Griff's experiment said that there is something which transforms the R strain into the S strain, and what is its biochemical nature, what is that actually material, it is identified by these three scientists together. For that, what they had done, they purified the biomolecules from this dead mice, that is biomolecules like protein, DNA and RNA. These three molecules they have separated from that dead mice, and heat killed the strain, added in that digestive enzymes of each of these. This protein digestive enzyme is protease, DNase digestive enzyme is DNase, and RNase digestive enzyme is RNase. Now what the result got? See, heat killed the S strain in which these biomolecules are there like DNA, RNA and protein. Then they also added live R strain, because the same thing he has done, Griffith has done. So he has taken the mixture of these two. Then they have added RNase and protease. These are the two digestive enzymes. RNase enzyme digests the RNA and protease enzyme digests the protein. So they have done the first step, taking the mixture of these two and added RNase enzyme. These RNase enzyme will digest all the RNA in that, and then they found that is there the transformation of R strain into a S strain happens? Yes, it had happens. Means in absence of RNA also the R strain converts into the S strain, means definitely that transforming molecule is not a RNA. Then the second step they have done, they have taken the mixture of these two, heat killed S strain and R strain, live R strain, and protease enzyme is added. Now protease enzyme will digest all the proteins in it. So definitely the proteins will not able to convert the R strain into the S strain, and then they have observed the result that is this R strain converts again into a S strain? Yes, again they got the same result that R strain is converted into a S strain. Means definitely protein is not that transforming material, because in absence of protein also this transformation takes place. Now the third step of their experiment is they have taken the mixture of heat-killed yeast strain and live strain and added DNase enzyme. Now DNase enzyme is that which will digest the DNA. So whatever the amount of DNA is there, it will be digested completely. And then they found that their R strain remains as a R strain only, did not convert into a yeast strain. So this confirms that the material or the molecule which transforms the R strain into a yeast strain is the DNA, not RNA and protein. So here they conclude that the transforming material for R strain to yeast strain is a DNA. So the genetic material which actually moves from one cell to the next cell is the DNA and not the RNA and the protein. So here it is proved that the genetic material is a DNA, not RNA and protein. Now, for giving unequivocal proof DNA as a genetic material, two scientists has carried out an experiment. Hershey and Chase. See here. Hershey and Chase carried out an experiment on a bacteriophage. So what they had do to prove that DNA is the genetic material and not the protein or RNA. So for that they have selected a bacteriophage. Bacteriophage means a virus which infect the bacteria. So they have taken the bacteriophages and grown into two mediums. One medium containing radioactive sulfur and another medium containing radioactive phosphorus. Now why they have selected the radioactive sulfur and radioactive phosphorus? Because sulfur is a content which is found in a protein and not in DNA, while phosphorus is found in a DNA and not in a protein. So as they have grown these two bacteriophages in two different medium, so radioactive sulfur is there. Whenever this bacteriophage will multiply to build up its protein shell, this outer, you know that in virus the outer coat is made up of a protein. So whenever it will make its outer coat, it will definitely use the sulfur from the material and which will have the radioactive. You can see in this figure that red color indicates the radioactiveness of this material. And here the bacteriophage which is growing in the material containing radioactive phosphorus. So whenever they will multiply, that time their DNA, whenever they will duplicate their DNA, that time they will definitely use the radioactive phosphorus as a source. So in this multiplied bacteriophages, they are infected the bacterial cell. Now the first stage is known as the infection. In this first step, they are infecting this bacteriophage to the bacteria. Now this bacteria, as it is infecting this bacteriophage, these bacteriophages are not completely entering into the bacterial cell. They will attach to the outer membrane of the bacterial cell and only the transforming material or the genetic material will enter from the bacteriophage into a bacteria cell. So whatever the genetic material will be there, it will be entered into a bacteria. So this is the first step, that is the infection. Second step after infection is that the blending. Blending means simply you blend this mixture. Blend means keep in the mixture or you mix it very well. So the reason behind in this blending step is that the bacteriophage outer protein coat wherever it is attached to the bacterial cell's outer surface, it should get removed and bacterial cell get free. So this is the second step of a blending. So here you can clearly see that from this the genetic material is entered into the bacterial cell and coat is get separated. Here also the genetic material is entered into the bacterial cell and this coat is get separated during the blending. Third step is that the centrifugation. Now the centrifugation means what? Take that blended material and rotate with very high speed, maybe 2000 5000 rotation per second. So this much high speed rotations machines are available, centrifugation machines. With that it will rotate, and because of that this will get separate the material on the basis of density. So whatever the dense will be there, higher density substance will be there, it will get settled down, and low density material will be there, it will be remain up. To centrifugation, they have checked the supernatant material, and in that they found that the radioactive sulfur is found in the supernatant, while phosphorus is not found in the supernatant material of the centrifugation. Now why this is happened? Because in supernatant only the outer coat of a protein is remain, and the transforming material is there, the material which is transferred from the bacteriophage into the bacteria, that is entered into a bacterial cell. So it will not come in the supernatant. If sulfur is found in the supernatant material and not the phosphorus, means phosphorus is entered into a bacterial cell and not the sulfur. So this proves that the transforming material is DNA and not a protein. So this is a experiment which gives you proof that the genetic material is the DNA and not a protein. Now in this topic, some of the board questions will be asked on the topic, like first Griffith experiment. This is very important. 3 marks question will be or 5 marks question will be asked, that you have to explain it very well. Even the biochemical characteristics, 3 scientists proved that the DNA is a genetic material, that also you need to explain. If the question is not asked on this, then the DNA is a genetic material is proved by Hershey and Chase experiment. So in this also, on this experiment 5 marks question or 3 marks question will be asked, or sometimes only on this diagram question will be asked. You have to draw this diagram or flow chart you have to draw. So this point is very important from the point of view of board exam. So prepare well. All the best.